Have you ever found yourself in trial and you went and obviously you prepare your witness, you prepare the plaintiff because they have to testify, I
Right.
presume,
Of course.
typically. And you ever prepared them and then they get up there and you ask them the question and they completely screw it up and ruin the case?
I've never had it go belly up, but I probably had that happen in deposition, maybe once or twice in my whole career, not in trial. I think I'm smart enough not to take a case to trial where my client is going to throw up all over themselves. Because if I really think there's a strong chance of that happening, I'm going to probably encourage them to settle the case. And I'm very honest with my clients. I think that's one thing people like about me is I wear my heart on my sleeve and I'm brutally honest. I'll tell them, look, you're just not going to make a good plaintiff. But I think I've had one or two instances in my career in deposition where my client is saying something and I'm like, my Lord, we covered this. Like, what are you saying? I'm like, take a break. Oh my God. Lyle laughs. Like he'll tell you one time I had a client in his office and I probably shouldn't share this, but I don't care. I just say whatever I got to say and I tell the truth. I had a client, he had me so hot and I knew him instantly enough. I put him against the wall. I was like, what are you doing? And Lyle walks out and he's like, yo, you've got the client against the wall. And I'm like, well, bro, like, he's not listening to me, And the client was like, it looked like I was shaking him down. Meanwhile, I'm just like, brother, I've prepared you for this and you're just not doing anything that I told you to do. You're doing the exact opposite of what I told you. That's not an approved practice at this law firm. It's not an approved practice by the Florida bar, but I did have that happen once and I do have a little bit of a trigger temper.
I remember I worked in my dad's office. My dad was an attorney for 40 years and he was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was before he became a judge. He was a judge for 6 before, right before he passed away. And he was an attorney for over, for 40 years. And I remember being in his office when I worked in his office and he got into an argument with his client. And I don't remember if it was during a deposition, they were going to have a deposition or something. And they got into a massive argument. Client flips over the chair. My dad throws some stuff at him, and the client walks out, and the client walks back in. They calm the hell down. Like
the clients I fight with the most are like the clients I'm closest with. That's the funny part.